Stop requested. Any of these will do. All right. Thanks for being there. Ooh. August 2024. And the subject is dogs. And this morning in America. Ah, yes. See that? Saw that coming in first time to Knoxville. And it's the old headquarters and printing plant. The Knoxville News Sentinel. Off the 40, I guess it is. Huh? Or 75 if going to Chattanooga, right? Okay. It's been too long and too many bus drivers since then. But dogs. I knew of dogs as companions to homeless people years and years and years ago. I long wondered, how these guys on the streets could afford to kind of keep themselves together with what income they could kind of scrounge up, but let alone having a dog to also care for, maintain, and pay for. It was in Phoenix while I was living in in 2013, 2012 was advertised as a affordable housing place in downtown Phoenix. When a woman taught me the value a dog can have aside from just companionship. This woman lived next to me and she had a therapy dog. I guess it was therapy dog because she used the term, and it was really the first time I heard it. She had a therapy dog in the clinical sense of the word, I think. This is 2012, 2013, long before, you can take your pet cockatoo, you know, on your flight to the Grand Canyon, you know. In any case, she had what she herself called a therapy dog. And I said, well, what the hell is a therapy dog? And she said, well, you know, so-and-so, you know, insert puppy name here, dog name here. It was a mature female, of course, she assured me. You know, he's great, he's a companion, someone I can talk to, you know, and she's well trained. I said, oh, okay. Well, how so? She did her watch. She took one of the dog's favorite treats in her hand, and the dog got, you know, gobbled it up, came over to her and gobbled it up. And she took a treat and she set it across the room. She set it down across the room, and the dog got up and he looked at the treat and he looked at her, and she put up her hand as if to say, stay, and the dog stayed. And then she said a word, go, or okay, fluffy, or whatever. And after she said it, the dog went and got the treat from the floor. I don't know how many times in the last, 10 years, 15 years, since then, we'll say, after my eviction, years on the street, the past 2 years living in affordable housing here in Knoxville, that I've thought of this woman and her female dog, just so well trained. This is my second time out here. I'm trying to get a job as a truck driver. Let me call it training. Sort of industrial, out of the way part of town here, just outside of Knoxville. This is the second time I've been out here to finalize my Snapple application. You know, my welfare application for food stamps. This year I was up for a review, kind of, sort of checkup. and I missed the call that the office sent me. They said, we will call you on such and such a date at such and such a time. And so please make yourself available and be prepared when we call. Well, I don't know if the phone was working that day or not. Or perhaps it slipped out of the I love it. Just because you're given lemons doesn't mean you can't make lemonade. One of the few remaining lines, freight lines, left here. Outside the scruffy city of Knoxville. In any case, I missed this phone call because, whatever reason, it's just the phone, like my computer, keeps slipping into defaults of its own that, just because you set something doesn't mean it's going to be there the next day, But my answering machine was working. And this nice lady left me this, phone message. Hey, this is so-and-so from Human Services, and you missed your appointment for a food stamp application renewal, and I'll call back in another hour. Of course, I forgot. I set my telephone answering machine not to respond until the following day to post any such announcement. And so, anyways, I missed it and got it the next day. Long story longer, I decided, hey, I'll just come down here and put in my, my presence, my application here, and get this thing done in person. I'll have them interview me in person instead of playing phone tags. Well, I made the trip, and the lady at the desk told me, no, we can't do that. I'm there, what? You can't give me the questions that this woman over the phone was going to give me. She's there, no. All I can do is reschedule you now that I know who you are with 30 forms of ID and such. Reschedule you to get another call. So she did. And fortunately, I answered that day. The woman said, great, she was oh so kind. Said, thank you very much, Mr. Shore. That concludes our interview. A week later, I get a notice that despite the application I mailed in, the phone interview, and the meeting I had down here at the Human Services office, they were missing a bank statement from me. And I said, oh, I thought the woman said at the counter when I was last here that was not needed. Or that, I'm there, I'm here, I got my phone here, I can show you, I can screenshot it, No, she wouldn't accept it. So I am back with lots and lots and lots of paperwork from the bank so I can get my $50 in bills paid for food stamps starting in September and going forward uninterrupted.